What up, everybody? It's Ponter here, and today we've got a special game. This was a 5v5 match mode played recently in July, and it was sent to me by Kickapoo. Unfortunately, I'm not in it, but it's stacked with really good players, and it's also a little bit of a reference to my previous video. This will probably be a few videos later, but in my double support experience video, another seaside game where there was some unconventional strategies, and this one is going to be a little bit of a callback to that. And the teams are going to be good. Let's just give them a second to form up, and there is going to be some coping. You know, Kickapoo only drinks Bud Light, implying that he's a tranny, and really there is going to be a tranny in this game, and it's going to be Red Rum. So I'm going to give him the yellow color so we can see him, because we're going to be watching him very closely this game. Got to keep an eye on that guy. And the rest of the team is pretty standard. You got Kickapoo on inf, Small on armor. And Kickapoo is coping about the stack. Let's take a look. Let's analyze this stack. Is there a stack right now? I don't think there's a stack. I think, like, Kid good player, and Whisk are, like, tippy-top players. Spirit Gun and No Time are also pretty good players, but, I mean, I think they're in line with Small and Papa Loco, and then Randy, or Blitz, Red Rum, and Kickapoo are tippy-top players. And I think the real skill imbalance is going to be the Spirit Gun Kickapoo inf matchup. These guys are always going at it, and usually it's, you know, Spirit Gun is just good line infantry. You know, he's going to hold it down, but Kickapoo is going to get all the TA, suck it all up, and just take over the game and really play that super inf that very few players can do. So you either have to neutralize the Kickapoo somehow with your own super inf player, like you need somebody like Dexter or J-Man to kind of fight it out with him, or you need to do a strategy that will deny him the ability to just fucking take over the whole game. So that's usually delaying for a nuke on this map, or going some kind of weird double infantry strategy maybe to glomp all over him. But they're doing the standard double heavy air. And we're going to see how this goes. Pretty lazy split, guys. Where's the vision over here? And here we go. There's Artie falling on the point. We know what's going to happen. Whisk is definitely trying to, like, make magic happen again. There's his artillery. And if you remember, or if you haven't seen that last game that I'm talking about, I was on a team with Whisk and we went double support on this map. Same side, blah, blah, blah. The trouble is they got greedy now, and this was actually in the comments in my look at the Artie. Oh my god. In the comments of that video I posted, Warwick mentioned, hey, if you're doing double support, where's the Artie? Where's the reps? Like, you could have a double decker reps or something. This is why you don't do that. And this is, if you're going to do double support, you know, be ready to switch when it goes bad, and don't be so greedy with the reps and the artillery, because look, they're getting banged in town. They do get a cap of town. That's a miraculous. Like, Kickapoo was a little sleepy there, and they decap it. They're getting banged in town against double air with double support. Like, what the fuck? How do you mess that up? And Kickapoo's yelling at Small Island. Yeah, Papa Loco's out there hanging by himself. So yeah, why did that happen? Because they got greedy with the Arties, and they got another cap of town. That's pretty dirty. Greedy with the Arties, like, don't do that, guys. Even the reps is a little questionable, because heavy anti-air or anti-air hard counters air, but artillery and reps don't really hard counter anything. And the whole point of double support is to shut down the air. I'll also notice, like, what's his face? Spirit Gun got his drops down faster. But I don't think we're going to see any drops out of No Time for ladies. And this is why I, like, no offense. Oh, we'll see. But there's some armor players who just don't get the need to do drops, especially on this map. Like, you need 6 drops down right away if you have the TA to do it. And these guys definitely have the TA because they got a lot of caps and they killed a lot of air. I mean, they just also fed a lot with that shitty arty. So don't do the arty, guys. But now nobody has switched, and this is kind of this was my big contention in that last one. Why haven't, you know, if you see double support, just switch right away. Don't waste any time. Maybe like do your airbang first. Like that was a pretty good airbang, all things considering. You know, kill the arty if they're that stupid to do it. But you're gonna want to switch. But instead, Red Rum, he keeps going. He's doubling down on it, and it's not gonna work very well. Like they got everything. Kitty A is here providing line of sight. There's shitheads and AA all over the place. They're going to have a lot of trouble pushing this. And, you know, this scan is probably up. Or I don't know. He's going to go in. We just kind of micro air there. Like, he should have shredded that scout with a ranked up captain AA and the shithead. Like, if both of those guys targeted the scout, this would have gone down completely differently. And yeah, still no drops. Let's see. No Time did drops. See? Okay, No Time knows what he's doing. And Kickapoo's already got his second round of drops down, and I don't see anything from Small Island. So Small Island, and he's got the most score. Like, where's Small Island's drops? Very concerning there. Kind of a questionable heavy arty here. Like, that's really expensive, and there's the switch. Notice this. Red Rum, pro switcher. He likes to change himself, and some might say he likes to transition. And he's transitioning into armor right now. And is he going to switch? So Small's pushing over here. That's great. Is this Small Island's drops? No, that's Spirit Gun's second round of drops. And, you know, that's correct too out of Spirit Gun. Like, he's got a good position in town. But Kickapoo's not giving up. And look at this dirty cluster, man. Like, we're going to keep an eye on that. And this is why you don't stack. It's fully forted, guys. If it's fully forted, don't put any units there. And maybe it might. It doesn't kill the flares out of the clusters. So, and like, look, it's still double support. So they've switched. This is going to be the big reveal. So yeah, double support on getting cleaned up on beach. They're going to get a nice easy cap of beach. Is that going to force a change out of USSR? Are they going to get off this crazy strat? Kind of ill-advised strat. And yeah, the double armor on this map really works well because you can push in kind of 3 different places, and especially against double support. So Weesk, I still see support on the field from Weesk. He's ranking up this this medium arty. Oh man. And it's looking like there's going to be a big push in town. We've got, and this is the other thing with double support or double armor. You know, if one armor player gets wiped, laser guided bomb, interesting. One armor player gets wiped, another one can just charge in. And you can kind of always have coverage on beach. You'd like to see, like, maybe not 2 heavies at beach, and have one over here in this part, and then also maybe one over here. It is very difficult to cover double armor on this map, especially against somebody like Kid A, who is just going to find that weak point and fuck you up. And here we go, another knife fight in town over the cap, and it's looking dangerous for USA. Like, there's just 2 beat up tanks holding down the line. Blitz scans, the desperate scan, but no infin here anymore. Like, Spirit Gun is kind of losing the infight slowly and steadily. Oh man, so they still haven't switched, guys. And like, look at all this armor on the field, like. And, oh, Small Island just parking outside. Just go. Just go. Oh, he gets it. He gets it in the last second. Kickapoo is or both people, or it looks like Kickapoo and Red Rum were yelling at that. And notice, this is another little pro thing. Don't put your attention markers on the points when you're trying to get somebody to cap it. So it should be muscle memory to do it beside the points. Like, draw attention to it, but don't cover it up so they can't click on it. Because, you know, Small Island just got that click, and it just moved over a little bit. But look at this, are they going to get another cap, a town? This direct arty is going to be clutch. Oh, no, it's too late. And lots of more laser go. Like, I don't know about that. That's like 10, or that's ATA. I guess, yeah. I guess that's decent. Like a tank buster, the cooldown for a tank buster is quite long. So sometimes it makes sense just to spend the extra 2 TA. And yeah, this is a problem with double armor on this map. You know, you're going to get fucked up by air. And like one support's not sufficient to really cover everything. You're going to lose a lot. That's going to feed the air. It could be a problem down the line, but you know, against double support, it's a no-brainer. Just do it. This is an interesting light tank stack. More clusters on these points. Like, man, people love clusters on these points. I guess it got into their brain that they got clustered, so they got to do it now. Blitz is an air player, and he has a tank on the field. Don't know why. Like, was that a misclick? Blitz, explain yourself. You know, you could give that TA to your armor player to do those drops. And yeah, not a lot of, like, here's another oh man, don't decap. Like, armor players should be doing drops here. Like, Kickapoo's sitting on 30 TA. He's a TA whore. And maybe he should give some of that to Small Island and explicitly tell Small Island, hey, do some drops. Especially, like, just tell Small Island, hey, do some defensive drops over here at gas. I mean, he's probably going to fuck up microing them, but, you know, at least they're there and you don't have to do them and you can do another row. Because it would be nice to have another row in these buildings. Like, the buildings are still there. And just to keep Spear Gun honest so he can't push up and, you know, get your line of sight and whatever. Here's another nice heavy arty on all these light units. Again, like, the armor trans APCs, I don't know. I don't know about the APCs, but, you know, you do you. You know, we're a supportive mindset here. And interesting tank buster there on the building. And yeah, this the double support is still working. Like, I don't know if they've switched. This is what oh yeah, they've switched. So Weesk has gone heavy air. This is what Small Island was saving for. I don't know if that was on purpose. And that's why he didn't drop a lot of drops. But, I mean, this is a questionable nuke, too. Like, it doesn't kill anything, really. You don't nuke when the enemy holds beach. And they didn't know that they had switched off support. But look at this. Red Rum is pro switcher. You know, just switching immediately when he sees the double air, which is great. And this is the thing, like, you need somebody who's conscientious enough, you know, if you're going to do something like this where, like, first of all, this team had to be conscientious enough, okay, we're going to do double support. We have to be ready to switch if it fucks up. And so it fucks up with the double armor. They have to be ready to switch to that. Red Rum has to be cognizant of, like, I got to switch too if they go to double air. And what's he going to do? Man, Kickapoo really hates trucks. It's interesting. You know, he just barely spawns trucks these days. I guess that's, I gotta try that out. Especially on this map. I guess it's easy to run here. And it looks like massive combo drop spam on this. Like, why not just drop a direct arty? Is that to kill? I guess a direct arty you can run away. If you notice a direct arty on this building, which would kill it after a while, you know, instead just laser guided bomb it so they can't escape. And because I was a ranked up guy. And now look, Weesk has switched again. And Red Rum is switched to medium anti-air to counter Weesk. And is he going to notice that Weesk he's got a full deck of heavy anti-air in town? And he switches immediately. Excellent. Excellent. See, this is, you know, this is why 5v5s are so great. But also so challenging for teams. Because you need, wow, you had a mixed there and almost denied it. Unlucky. Kickapoo's back here. No pushing here, though. And yeah, you almost don't even need armor to kill this. Here comes the push. And look, Kickapoo's doing the light tank drops. It's relatively cheap, I think, for our infantry. I can't remember. But again, like, you maybe want to give Small Island the TA so he can do the drops, too. And really, like, cover this place up. Unnecessary clusters from this team, kind of wasteful. There was a lot. So Stutterball is the main support, and if you notice, okay, these are good clusters. That's more like it. He did a lot of heavy arties, and we're gonna see, like, I don't know if they're gonna have enough juice to nuke. Like, they got a lot of caps at town, and look, this is gonna be a nice cap. Oh no, the med arty strikes. That's a pure med arty play right there. So frustrating. Stutterball's cringe star med arty just fucked him up and denied that cap. So there you go. But pressure over here. And again, like, this is why double support doesn't work that great. You know, how are you gonna, like, this is Spirit Gun's responsibility, but Spirit Gun has to cover here and here. He's getting overwhelmed, and he has no air helping him. That's why I kind of like double air is nice, because one air can manage this, and one air can just be cringe and bang the infantry constantly over here. And just be really, like, make it impossible to push this, or make it really easy to recap once you get into a position. Like if they get lucky and they get some drops on you, you just clean it up instantly. Instead, they're forwarding this up. Like, they're, okay, they decapped it. That's clutch. That's really clutch. Because if that got forwarded up, oh my god, it's impossible to deal with. And here, once again, like, it would be nice to have double air on this situation. Like, I don't know, is Weiss gonna switch? Stirrball is getting medium anti-air. I don't see any switching. Just massive battle over here. But look at all the ground units. Like, Spirit Gun can't handle this. Oh, and that's disgusting. Oh, man. and that's 4 HP. Ooh. And see, this is the power of the double armor right now. Like, and also, like, Kickapoo just got his own tanks. Everyone's dropping light tanks this game. Like, air, inf, you know, whatever. Light tanks are really good, guys. Especially the light tank drops. They're free units. Stop wasting it on dumb stuff. Okay, Weiss gets switched again. He is air. He's heavy air. Is Red Rum going to switch? He's dropping light tanks over here, but he realized, like, probably at this point he realizes that's going to be a slaughter. Papaloco a little too slow on the smoke. They're still winning really hard because the air is all blobbing over here, and like, they get the cap. That's why you drop on points, guys. Just have a sip of iced coffee. Yeah, but they're gonna get cleaned up, and let's see. I don't think Red Rum shouldn't switch just yet. Like, you don't want to switch when you got drops on the field and you're kind of denying caps. Oh man, just relentless drops from Kickapoo, but not a single para from Small Island. I don't know if that's like on purpose small, but you know, if I could give you a suggestion, like, look, there's no paras here. There's no paras here out of armor. Oh, some clutch forts, but not quite. More heavy arty. Oh, that's from Kid A. That's a good one. Papaloco gets off there. Kind of dubious, but I mean, he was gonna get killed by heavy arty. It's kind of RNG. So, and Red Rum is staying armor, and I think that's a correct move. There's a point, especially, okay, the game is really volatile. Like there's not a lot of stuff on the field. It's like a dropping and capping kind of situation, and this happens a lot in nukes and the kind of late game. There's no point switching. Like, you're gonna go for the kill here, and you know, you're just wasting time to switch again. You know, force that. Like, this is basically saying, hey, air player, you're gonna have to spend a lot of time killing me. And the bad manner is starting already. Like, I don't know, this team, like, these teams are pretty even. I don't think you could say it was a stack. And again, they did a kind of a really greedy, yeah. And the cope is, Studerball is saying inexperienced armor. I mean, there was inexperienced armor on both sides, guys. Spirit Gun's choking Red Rum's mother. I hope she's into that kind of thing. And yeah, this is... Now what you do is just chucky heavy air supports down and just fucking end it. Or heavy RDs. Like, this team, the double air is not going to help them at this point because there's just too much stuff on the ground. So, to like comment on this, like, don't start with Artie, guys. Unless you're really trolling, don't start with Artie. And I really hope that it wasn't because these guys were coping about balance that they decided to go heavy Artie to, like, make things even. That's stupid, guys. Like, it's a match mode, play to win. But don't be greedy if you're going to do double support, obviously. The switching, both sides demonstrated really good switching. I would have liked maybe a little faster switch out of Weisk. I don't know, but I think I just want everybody to know that, like, double support is not super optimal. Like, it was supposed, they had the exact perfect situation in the beginning with the double air and they could shut it down, but even then it still failed. Like, they didn't execute it well, but it's definitely not an easy thing to execute in an ad hoc team, and then you really need the good players to switch. And yeah, that's a good match mode. I got a few more match modes from Kickapoo, and also some interesting old school games from Good Player. So once I get through, I think by the time this comes out, there'll be a flood of really good match modes on that were played in July. But yeah, that's a GG. Don't do double support, guys. That's your daily lesson. And yeah, catch you later.